Coach, like I mentioned to Tiara, it seemed like there were almost two different teams on the court tonight in the first and second halves. She mentioned that you guys kind of got away from the game plan in the first half. What did you say at halftime to kind of reignite that spark?
Well, we wanted to make sure that we were playing with energy, and we wanted to make sure. There was a game plan, and I'm not going to waste your time going over the technical details of it. But the main thing is we wanted to make sure that we had an energy level that was acceptable for the Division I level basketball, and I think that's what we got away from in the first half a little bit. We got a little bit sluggish. Maybe we got a little bit disappointed with our offensive success, but. I think they really came out focused to make sure that we got things taken care of on the defensive end, and it was nice to see our defense kind of spur along our offense.
You mentioned the defense. Going in, they didn't take a lot of three-pointers. You forced them to take 25 today. How much a part of the game plan was that to try to clog the middle and force the shots outside?
That was the game plan. I don't want to make it sound like it was more in-depth than that, but it's really not. That was the game plan, is that we were going to try to take away points at the rim as best we could. And you saw in the first half we didn't do a very good job of that. In the second half we did do a very good job of it. And that was the difference between us winning and losing.
And you mentioned the defense. Tiara not only having a great night points-wise, but 3 blocks on the night, a couple of them in really key situations there late. What kind of energy level or momentum does that give the team when something like that happens?
Well, every defensive play, really. We're finally getting to the point where we're getting excited about playing defense, and those defensive plays, our teammates are understanding how important they are, whether it's a block shot or a steal or a charge or just getting the rebound. Sometimes for us, just rebounding the ball is a defensive play with how much we're getting beaten up on the board. So, those are all big plays, and those are plays that lead to us having numbers advantage on offense, which is just huge for us right now.
And obviously 14 points, career high for her, or I'm sorry, season high for her. Certainly able to take some of the pressure off Brandy. How nice is that to have kind of that 1-2 punch going tonight?
Well, I thought a month ago we had a 1-2 punch, and it just, she missed a couple games, missed some practices with some injuries, and hasn't played in a year. So it just is taking some time to get her feet under the ground and kind of get accustomed to the game again. And that's something that I think T expects, and I think that's something that we expect as a staff out of her as we move forward.
And then, like I asked her, a lot of momentum coming from these past 2 games. You guys have, I think, 3 in a row on the road. How is this going to help when you guys are away from the comfort of the Beagley Center to just kind of keep that momentum going?
Oh, well, it's going to be huge. It was obviously a big deal with our last win. But this is being able to move forward, and this was a very good team. They got 2 wins over Conference USA schools. We beat a good team tonight and followed a game plan to do it. So, I think that really, that gives us a lot of potential to be successful down the road if we can, put a game plan in. As you guys know, we usually deny passes. We're usually on the passing lanes, and for a month and a half, that's all they've heard. And in 2 days, they're able to adjust to a completely different game plan. Teams that are able to listen and make adjustments are usually pretty successful down the stretch. So it's exciting for me from that standpoint. Just look forward to getting on the road and those challenges that come. And we've got a long way to go before we're good. And winning some road games and competing in some road games is part of the process. So I'm looking forward to that challenge.
And then obviously shooting had been an issue coming early in the season, something you really stressed. Second half, you guys shot 54%. You got to be happy with that number.
Yeah, ecstatic. Yeah, we got good shots though. I think the biggest improvement in our shooting percentage is our shot selection. We've done a much better job of taking shots and passing on shots, and we've been a little bit more unselfish. Got up against the shot clock a couple times in the first half, but really didn't at all in the second half. Just because we were being more crisp with the basketball and being a little bit more aggressive. And I think our shot selection goes a long way toward our shot percentage.